I have to admit, I don't know whether I'm excited or scared, to be honest.
I've failed far more than I've succeeded, and it's one lesson I wanted to pass on to my kids on how to fail well. In this video, my son and I are going to dive into the unknown and try and get our scuba diving license. For me, it's actually not about mastering the art of scuba, it's actually more about facing that personal fear. I fear not of the ocean depths, even though the deep water does terrify me, but of failing in front of my son the wrong way.
I buggered up to bloody get the bloody stupid regulator again.
What are you expecting today?
Not to try, that's the main one.
The Boston Jetty is located in Western Australia, our home state, and it's the longest timber-piled jetty in the Southern Hemisphere, and I've been told it's the perfect place to learn how to scuba.
There's a platform underneath,
Yeah.
so that's where we'll set up camp. Platform to the end of the jetty is where we're going to dive.
So the first part, of course, looks like we're going to be doing about 4 dives here. We're going to be doing 2 dives. We're going to be going through all of the stuff we practiced in the pool, hopefully get the tick of approval. Then we're going to be doing some other dives with Martin and, of course, obviously doing some exploring.
First sign I saw up there had a triangle with a shark in it.
Yeah.
No, can you explain why it had that?
Look, though, you can see the bottom.
Oh, that's fine then.
You can see the bottom, I told you. But the problem is you might be able to see what's down there.
If I can see what's beneath me, I can see the bottom. It's fine.
I'd now like to introduce Martin, our dive instructor who's been with us the whole journey, and we wouldn't be here without him. And on the side note, he's an awesome bloke too.
Boston Jetty is probably one of the premier dive sites in WA. For my money, it's one of the best jetty dives that I've ever done. There's loads of interesting things to see down there. You'll get sort of schools of fish around the kind of the legs of the jetty. Yep. You'll get like octopus and cuttlefish. When we're actually doing the diving and we're just going off for a swim around, be curious, have a look at things. See, so remember the giant stride we did in the pool?
Yep, yep.
So now we are giant striding.
Okay.
That's sick.
So we like it?
Gotcha.
It was time for Caleb and I to put some of our training into action. And of course, obviously when I made a mistake, he had to make fun of me.
I couldn't find it just
Bloody
like a
underwater.
goddamn strap. Let alone bloody anywhere else.
It's between your legs.
But I was able to get him back.
Did you leave your sunglasses on for a reason to wear them underwater, or?
Yeah, to be honest, I
You
kind of...
totally forgot they were there, didn't
Yeah.
Look forward at the horizon, big step.
Being on our first dive was far more awesome than I had ever imagined. But we weren't there to just look at the fish, we were there to pass our exam. My son obviously gave me the typical support that he always gives me. At least we were able to have a laugh along the way. But the big question was how did we go on our first dive?
That's hard work getting this thing off, man. Or is he still going? He's not coming out.
It's
Like-
a difference to the pool, isn't it?
I was looking at this.
Yeah.
First things first, open water course.
Oh, yes.
Skills.
Oh, yeah, that's
Let's,
Yes.
The most important thing about all of this is I want you to be able to dive safely.
Yeah.
A bit of a think through your dive and what you thought went well and what you think you could improve on.
Okay. Went well with getting and cleaning down the snorkels. That was a bit of fun, making sure that we could actually see, and then all going down together. What I could improve on that is making sure I'm near you, because at a couple points I looked around and went, shit, he's gone. Hovering, I was trying to get used to that. At the end, slowly got used to it, but it was every time I breathed in, I was getting used to breathing in, out slowly and staying there, instead of breathing in and going up and out and coming down.
What about yourself, Rod?
How long have we got, mate? All right. Stepped in the water, was awesome. No problems whatsoever. That's fine. Going down, you know, the air thing, no problems at all. Got down to the bottom, starting off with our first skill, of course, getting the water out. Okay. I have to remember to slow down while I'm down there because water started going up my nose. I said, okay, just reset and so on, which was fine. Secondly, that bloody get the thing back. Like, I've got to remember, down, Rod, not up. So I could practically hear him pissing himself underwater. But anyway, round and got it, no problems at all. The rescue, okay. Just so you know when you're the rescuer, all right, you're holding here, no problems, you're breathing, no stress. You go up to the top and then you have to blow yourself up, remember, to keep you up. I was just underneath you here, literally waiting for you to be okay.
So you got underneath them and fully inflate.
Yeah. So
and then
because
just try to hold me
because
up.
I'm the buoyancy,
Yeah.
so therefore my butt just goes, yep, like that. Because I thought, you know, I'd be underneath him beautifully and no. Am I supposed to be underneath him?
Beautifully. There's nothing beautiful about your first open water dive. Everything that's underwater is beautiful, apart from the stuff that's not supposed to be there, which is you guys.
Gotcha. I remember what my coach tells me.
He remembers.
Apart from. Shut up.
Okay.
Edit that out. Edit that out. Yep.
As Caleb and I helped each other to set up for the next dive, I knew exactly what I needed to focus on.
I've got to get my buoyancy right this time.
Yeah.
On the second dive, I had more of a chance to look around, but I also had a second chance to be able to try and practice my buoyancy as well as retrieving my regulator. And once again, well, didn't quite go to plan.
How was it?
So good. Where's the old one?
That was awesome. FYI. I buggered up to bloody get the bloody stupid regulator again. Yeah, you had to roll over instead of down. Great. Bloody buoyancy.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I was still managing it. I was still managing my breath. What I found was when I was down there, doing the, what was the one?
pivot?
Fin pivot. No stress. No problems at all. When I have to stand there and my ass keeps sinking.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
A couple of things you can do is obviously it's not just generally about your arse being heavy. It's just the fact is you're wearing weight around your waist.
Yeah.
So what you can do is you can try and shift the weight further up.
Yeah.
So you'll notice how I have got the lumps of lead on the back of my tank.
Yes.
So I've got one there because it balances me out more.
Yeah.
So you can start looking at things like that. Caleb, what about yourself?
For me, I felt a lot more comfortable on the descent. Kept an eye on him more often this time to make sure I knew where he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest. My ass is flying out the back. And then half the time...
Must be a Sinclair thing.
Yeah. Genetic heavy ass is fantastic.
See?
Last is made of lead, far out.
How close you guys are staying to each other, checking in with each other, communicating so much better than the first dive. So it's like leaps and bounds, like you're coming on. I mean, that's only your second dive in open water. Caleb, yeah, your buoyancy is really good. You're a natural and a take into it. Don't push yourself ahead just because you think you're finding something easy at the moment. Just make sure keep going in that because it takes time.
Gotcha.
Keep the small things in check.
Exactly.
Okay, this is our third dive, just so you know. This is where we have to do the surface skills. The skills I can't stand because my son laughs at me all the time.
Well, it's funny because you have to take your weight off. You have to take your BCD. That's the one.
Jeez.
Big thing to remember. Sit on it.
Yes.
Sit on it to put it back on.
And I've actually removed a weight. Hopefully it makes my buoyancy a little bit better.
The third dive is where things really came alive. It was sort of like everything under the water, all the fish and everything else were just waiting for us to get that final dive started because they all turned up for the final show. I'm glad to say that I finally got the regulator correctly done. But being there proved to me that both my son and I love being underwater. But there was one final question we had to get answered. Did we both pass?
I don't have any concerns with signing you off. Great. And getting you guys all set up and ready to go for your own adventures.
So my son is a natural underwater and his father is not. But the one thing we do have in common is we both fail forward together.
You have that moment where you go, how the hell did we end up here? I just had that down there, mate. So.
This was an idea on a storyboard.
Yeah.
Two weeks.